Hey guys, it's Goldie, and today we're doing a deep dive into the new inZoi Character Studio. We're going to explore every aspect of the UI, play with all the different buttons, and see exactly the extent of what this game can do. The character creator by itself is actually free on Steam from August 21st to August 26th. So at the time that I post this video, the window to play it will almost be over. I'm sorry. But luckily, the full game is supposed to release into early access later this year, 2024. So you won't have to wait too long. For those of you who don't know about inZoi, what are you doing, first of all? Just kidding. But it's a life simulation game made by Krafton, which is a video game publisher out of South Korea. They have been revving up the marketing of this game recently by giving the game to larger content creators to promote, and also giving the general public a little taste of the character creator to try to increase the hype around the game, and boy is it working. The news of this game has the Sims community in a frenzy. It's one of the only games that might actually compete with the Sims in the life simulation genre, and honestly, it's been a long time coming for that. The realistic graphics in this game are quite a shock to the system after being used to The Sims 4 cartoony visuals. I know I am super excited for this game, so let's get started, shall we? As a quick side note, when I tried to boot up the character creator, it gave me this pop-up, which was kind of scary at first, but it basically just says that there are known issues with my graphics driver and asking if I wanted to update my driver. All I did was press no, and then the game launches anyways, so in case you have that problem. I'll throw the system requirements for the full game up on the screen right now. This is directly from the inZoi resource website, so you can pause and take a look at that to see if your system will be able to run it when it releases. But the character creator by itself was only about 20 gigs. Okay, here we are in the game. The premise of the game is that we work at a company and we are basically a god trying to create and manage our own little worlds. And this cat here is the CEO of the company, which I think is fantastic. I have 3 cats myself, and they definitely run the house. So let's go ahead and start a new game. We get to pick our character name. Today I'm going to be making my Sim self, I guess. Or I guess technically I'm making my Zoi self. This isn't create a Sim, it's create a Zoi, so we'll have to call it Kaz instead of Cass. There we go, I got my name, and we're going to create a Zoi. Here we are. I am not going to lie, when I first saw the promotional material for this game a few months ago, I 100% thought that it was going to be some sort of scam or fake news. So to actually be playing it right now is kind of surreal. I really can't believe that something like this exists. I mean, it's beautiful. It is really beautiful. It took me a minute to get used to the controls coming from The Sims. We are very stuck in our ways with the controls. So to move like up, down, side to side, you just click, and to rotate, you have to right click. That took me a while to figure out, I'm ashamed to say. And then scroll in and out. A lot more flexibility with the camera angles here. So let's get started going down the list of all these different things on the screen. So first of all, we have the profile. It warns you with this little icon that changes cannot be made after creation. Over here, we have sexual identity, which is still in development, but we can see at a first glance, you get to choose your gender as male, female, or non-binary, and attracted to male, female, or non-binary. So looks like that's the direction they're going in, which is nice. Next, you pick the age group. So right now, the options for create a Zoi are child, and oh my gosh, she's so cute. Look at that. Look at her little chubby cheeks. Adorable. So we have child, young adults, adult, you can see a few more smile lines, middle-aged, oh dang. That's middle-aged? That's a bit intense for middle-aged, in my opinion. And then elder. Okay. We have seen that there are babies and teenagers in the actual gameplay, but they are not yet added to the actual Create a Zoi yet. Again, this game is still in development, so they probably will be added at some point later. And also, as of right now, we have female and male for the gender. Next up, we have traits. And again, changes cannot be made after creation. So this system is actually kind of insane. Whereas in The Sims, you would pick 3 traits. Here, you get to pick like an entire personality, and each personality comes with its own set of traits, values, characteristics, a whole description of the personality itself. Like, this makes so much sense, and it actually does affect the gameplay as well. So let's take a look at this. For example, adventurous. Adventurous Zois are jovial and cheerful. They're free-spirited, cheerful, extroverted, passionate, confident, and dominant. So here we have 6 basically traits that you get from this personality compared to like the 3 traits that you would get in The Sims. I know I keep comparing it to The Sims, but honestly, like for me, this would be a Sims replacement. And I've played The Sims for 24 years, okay? So sorry if I keep making that comparison. Also for the Adventurous Zoi, the values, it looks like, are challenges, accomplishments, pleasure, and authority. For the description, they possess a strong drive and energy to quickly accomplish tasks with an overflowing passion. Adventurous Zois have a resolute will to achieve their desires. These individuals actively enjoy the life they want while remaining committed to their goals. They show more interest in participating in various activities than in forming relationships with others. Their materialistic and goal-oriented attitude can appear self-centered. And over here in the characteristics section, we see how this is actually going to affect your gameplay. They have a keen interest in new settings and challenges. They frequently feel excited. So in the game, you can have different emotions that you're feeling at the time. So this Zoi will feel excited more often than other Zois. Also, the bored feeling lasts for a longer time. The energy gauge decreases slowly, and they enjoy conversation. Each one of these different personalities has a completely different set of traits, values, characteristics that will, theoretically change your gameplay in a meaningful way. I myself, after looking at I haven't looked at all of these yet, but after looking at just a few, I feel like I am a mediator personality in real life, so I'm going to choose this one. All right, moving on. Underneath the traits, we see desired life, and this is still in development, but I believe this is going to work very similar to how Aspirations work in The Sims, where you get to choose kind of what your Sim wants for their lifetime goal, for their desired life. There's really no better way to say that. I believe there have been some teasers of this online, but it's not in the character creator as of right now. And moving on down the screen, in this lower left corner, you can see that you can hide the UI at any time by clicking Control-Shift-U. I mean, come on, this is so cool. So you can take screenshots this way, or if you just want to be able to look at your Zoi without any distractions, they're giving us options, which is really all we can ask for. We also have a studio where we can decide what we want the background to look like and the expressions and the pose. So you can basically choose how you want your Zoi to look while you're editing them. So expression 2, the mouth is open a bit, smile, bigger smile, sad, like there's so many. And we have different poses as well. And this is something that you would have to download a mod for in order to be able to do this in The Sims. So it blows me away that all of this was just included. It seems like they were lurking in The Sims forums and making notes of what Simmers were annoyed with and then delivering on all of it. We also have some really cute backgrounds. There's a little bedroom background. There's even a little gaming setup over there. Look at that. That's so cute. A little tranquil, cloudy background. We have a street setting with some graffiti in the background. I love how it centers you in the middle of the wings. And some sort of repair shop. Honestly, this reminds me of Cyberpunk. Oh, I feel like I'm in Cyberpunk right now. You can also just straight up change the color of the background. I wonder if this works for these ones. Oh my gosh, I did not expect that to work. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, it just changes the wall on this one. What? Oh, look, you can see like the lighting changes on the ground. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Oh, and this changes the color of the neon lights. Ah! Okay, that just blew me away. That's so cool. It's something so small, but it's just like the little joys in life. You know what I mean? Also, moving on, lighting. We can adjust how we want the lighting on our Zoi. So this is the main light. We can kind of move it around to see how she looks in different shadows. You can also move it down and up. And you can change the color of the light. This is nuts, guys. This is actually so cool. And there's a backlight as well. So you can move the backlight around to the front. That's a little bit too bright, I think. But yeah, there's just, oh my gosh, there's so much you can do. And this fill light, I'm not sure what this is. Let's see. Oh, it's just kind of like the hue of the background. Interesting. So many options. So like an almost overwhelming amount of options. So that's the studio. All right, moving on to the actual character creation part of this. We have presets, and they've given us quite a lot of presets. I think this one I made on accident. So the first time you press on one of these, it'll make sure that you want to overwrite the changes that you've made on your ZOI first, which is nice. And the different presets are all so unique, and they really look like different people, which, you know, sounds like duh, but honestly, they all have such unique facial features. Some of them do repeat, like this one and this one are the same face. I think this one and this one are the same face as well, just different makeup. These are more so like the overall look, the face, the makeup, the style. So you can kind of start with something that looks good to you. This is so cute, but you don't necessarily have to start with one of these presets. You do, however, have to start with a face preset. And what I mean is, like in The Sims, you can go into each feature, like you can click on the nose in The Sims, and then you have a bunch of different noses that you can choose from. Same thing with the lips, the eyes, things like that. Here, you do have to just start with a face preset that most closely matches everything that you want, and then manually change it from there. Let's go ahead and start with this girl. I think she maybe matches my face the most closely. When you hover over it, you see all these different little dots. And this is a very similar system to The Sims with the pull and drag to change the features. There's the basic edit mode and the detail edit mode. So the basic edit mode will move the whole nose up, down, back, whatever. And then if you go into detail edit mode, there's different points where you can change specifically like the nostrils or the bridge to give her a little bump or a swoop, or, you know. Whoa. So there's, jeez, oh my gosh. There's a lot of flexibility here. So basically once you have the features in the general area, then you go into the detail mode and tweak them to perfection. There's also a symmetry mode right here. It's checked on currently, but if you check it off, you can make one side of her face completely different from the other, which is so cool because not everyone has a perfectly symmetrical face. And I think that that's like such a good option that they gave us. Like, again, so far, all I'm seeing is just options upon options upon options, that some of which we didn't even know that we wanted. But now it's like, oh my gosh, yeah, that's such a good idea. Another thing that I specifically love about the character creator is if you click in the middle of the eye here, you can actually change the angle of the eyelashes. They're so realistic looking. That gave me life. But anyway, you get the gist. So that's how you edit the face. I'm not super good at this, but not because of the game, just because of my own skill. I feel like if you're an artist and you're good at drawing people, you'll be really good at getting the result that you want with this, because there are so many details that you can change. And I feel like as an artist, you know like how to tweak a person's face to get the look that you want. I do not. I'm not very good at that. So anyway, moving on, we have hair options. There are quite a few to begin with. I'm not going to go through all of them. They aren't separated into like masculine or feminine. In fact, nothing in the character creator is separated that way, which I think might be a nice thing for them to add, just so if you're looking for something specific, it's a little bit easier to find. And of course, as long as anyone can use either option that they want. Right now, there's not so many options that it's a problem, but moving forward, if they do give us expansions with more clothing and hair options, eventually we're going to need to be able to sort it down a little bit better. But they do have a variety of different options. Yeah, I'm not going to go through all of them. You may have noticed that we do get a color wheel, and we can change, look at this, base color, sub color. I don't even know what this means. Highlight color. Oh, there it is. Okay, let's make all these different colors to see what they are. So we got some highlights there. Highlight 2. Okay, highlight 3. Look at that. That looks kind of cool, actually. Not the right colors, but so there's so much that you can customize here. And then if you made a mistake and you just want it to all be one color, you just change hair to match this little icon right here. Also at the bottom here, look at all these different options. Let's just say we want highlight 1 to be pink. Now, if we go down here to ratio, we can change it so that it's only at the bottom. So that would be like, I guess, hold on, I'm trying to figure this out as I go, but I'm looking at this ratio thing, thinking that there's gotta be a way to make it so that like roots are growing out. It might be easier on a hair that has less options. Oh, they all have so many options. Okay. This is another thing I noticed that's a problem. So look, I clicked on another hairstyle, and if I go back to the one I was just working on, it reset all the colors and the sliders and everything. So you would have to actually use the undo button. And I don't know, that just, to me, it felt more natural to just click back to the other one as opposed to hitting undo. Especially if you go through a bunch, so you're like trying out a bunch of different things, and then you're like, actually, you know what? I prefer the one that I started with. So you try to go back to it, and then it's like, oh, I have to undo to get back to what I was working on. So that's something that they could definitely improve upon. But anyway, my point being that there is a ton of different things that you can do with this hair. So let's just go highlight in the front right here and test out the ratio. Okay, yeah, here is a better way to see it. The ratio is basically how far grown out the highlight is. And then the fade is like quite literally how faded the color is. 0 fade would be like, you just got it dyed today. And then 100 fade is like, you can barely see it anymore. Edge softness, I haven't quite figured out what this does, and I've been playing with it. I cannot see any change, so I'm just wondering if that's maybe not implemented all the way yet. I'm not sure. And then here's the kicker, the length. We get to change the length just with a click of a button or a slide of a slider, and all of a sudden we have a short hairstyle. I wonder if it works with the short hairstyles. Can we make them longer? Okay, no, so like this is a short hairstyle that's meant to be short. I think it's maybe only with the, oh, look at this one. This is a short hairstyle. Oh. So it didn't make it, that's interesting. Again, options upon options upon options. Like, I have no words. I have no words. So yeah, some of these have less options than others, and you can actually see the ones that you can customize here in the custom tab. The general tab, these ones don't have all those options that we were just going through. But any of these custom ones have at least one extra thing that you can change. So this one only has the highlight and the ratio. The longer ones all have the length. That's kind of cute. Moving on to skin. This is very similar to the hair. We have the color wheel, so you can get the exact skin tone that you want. And this is also where you will edit certain details of the face, like for instance, eye bags, a brow crease, which gives you a little bit more definition right here. Cheeks get a little bit more defined. Smile lines. I didn't see them that well. I think it's harder to see on this skin tone maybe. Yeah, there we go. We can see it a little bit better there. A chin cleft, so you can give the little dimple in the chin. Nasal bridge. Yeah, so these settings just like make each of these different features a little bit more defined. And the jawline from the side, you can tell, gives you that definition on the side. And it's so subtle. All these things are so subtle. And honestly, you probably won't even be able to notice them that well once you're in actual gameplay. But for people who are mainly just character creators and like to take cinematic pictures and stuff like that, these details matter, especially in a alpha realistic game like this. So definitely a good thing to have. And then at the bottom we have skin glow, which basically just makes you look sweaty. But anyway, and the different options that they give us, like you get to start with a certain skin tone and then adjust it from there. which is really helpful because I don't know, all the skin tones in The Sims seem like either like orange or purpley, and none of them look right to me. So this is definitely a big improvement. Next up, we have eyes. So we have some normal eye color presets here that you can choose from, but then we start getting into some kind of crazy contacts situation. And this is without custom content. Look at that. So we have sparkly eyes, star pupils, just some really fun options. Witcher eyes. Oh, I should make Geralt. Ah, that's what I'm gonna do next. They even have one with a ring light reflection, which I think is funny. And for each of these options, you can further edit also the color of the inner iris and the outer iris, and also the iris size. Oh my gosh. And the pupil size. It is so freaking customizable. Look, I have starfish eyes right now. But like even just for the regular ones. Oh, and some of them have additional options. Look at this, the color ratio. Ooh. And the color blending. Wow. Wow. Look at this. This is so cool. Oh my gosh, I love this so much. Whoa. So yeah, depending on which option you pick, there are different options down here at the bottom. I mean, who needs custom content? You can literally customize the eyes any way you want directly in the game. That's so cool. Next up, eyebrows, and this is in the same eyes menu. So we have the irises, the eyebrows, and the eyelashes all under the eyes menu. And they give us some, you know, standard presets for eyebrows, and then you can further customize mainly just the color and then how intense you want them to be. Wow, that looks so natural. Look at that. Looks like a real eyebrow. What the heck? I'm blown away by this, you guys. And then we have eyelashes. You can pick the length. And yeah, if you're gonna go super long like that, you might need to bring them down a bit. But the length and the style of the eyelashes, I mean, they gave us some really great presets just to start. I'm not really sure what other options you would even need. And you can change the color. Of course you can. Why would you not be able to change the color of your eyelashes? So freaking cool, man. I can't say enough about it. Like, you can customize anything you want. Next up, we have makeup. And under the makeup menu, we have highlighter, blush, eyeshadow, eyeliner, and lipstick. So the highlighter is, for me, kind of hard. Wow, she looks really wide-eyed. Oopsie. The highlighter is kind of hard to tell. Well, for me, it's harder to tell like what's changing, but there's a lot of options here. So the tone up, the glow, and the contour. Oh, so this is where you contour too. Highlight and contour. Wow. Whoa, okay. That makes it easier to see. Dang. So we'll make the glow, let's see. We'll make the contour blue. We'll make the glow, oh, we can't. And then we'll make the tone up pink. Okay, so that makes it easier to see kind of what's being changed if you need help with that. But there's a lot of different options here. I haven't fully explored each one, but they're there when you want to explore it. Also, we have blush. And the blush is where you can change the freckles. I was really confused about that for a while because my character had freckles and I didn't want freckles. And I was like, how do I get the freckles off? It is under the blush. And pretty much all of these options have blush, nose, and freckles. And you can change the intensity, the glossiness, and the color of each of these things. So some of them are just a mole. Like right here, there's a mole on this one. And you can change the color of that mole, and then you can also change the blush. Some of them have nose options and some of them don't. Like on this one, the freckles on this side of the nose. This one, it's under the nose. So there is a few different options of where you want the moles to be, or if you just want a full face of freckles, you can do that too. A lot of things to customize in this menu, as per usual with this game. Moving on to eyeshadow. A lot of the similar options that you would expect here. We have different layers of eyeshadow that have different colors. Like the customization, I could literally sit here all freaking day, all day. Whenever this game comes out for real, I'm just gonna say goodbye to my life, say goodbye to my family, like I'm gone, sorry. Just kidding. Crazy amount of customization. Also with the eyeliner, I have some pretty intense eyeliner on today. Can change the color, the intensity, the lower eyeline. It's your playground, honestly. This game is your playground for character customization. It's like, it's It's too much almost. Then for the lips, lastly in this category, feels like I've been talking about this for an hour. There are matte options, glossy options. You can overline your lips or not. And for each of these options, for instance, this one where it's overlined, you can change the color and the intensity of each of these things. So that's the main lipstick color. This is the outline. And if you want that to be less intense, you can do so. And you can also change not only, look at this, lip gloss. You can change not only the intensity and the glossiness of the gloss, you can change the amount of wrinkles on your lips. Look. That's nuts. That is nuts. Who even thinks of that? My character looks crazy right now. Maybe I'm not making myself actually. No, I already did. I'll show you guys at the end. Yeah, there's just so many options, you guys. This video is gonna be so long. I'm sorry. Moving on to the body. You can change specific body parts. People have been complaining that the sliders are not, like slidey enough. Like, I mean, you can't make their butt very big. Look at that. Where's the BBLs at? Come on. But you do have quite a bit of freedom on most of the other parts of the body to change the proportions. And then overall you can do body weight, which when you change the body weight, it does affect like the neck and the face as well. And I feel like it's pretty realistic as to like how the body holds weight. So I think they did a good job on that. Also the muscle definition looks great. It does look kind of funny when you put the weight all the way up, but I mean, some people are bodybuilders like that, you know? So we got those standard options that you would expect. You cannot change the hands or the feet, which some people were upset about that. In my opinion, it's not a big deal, but that's just me. I guess I'll show you now so we don't have to keep looking at this crazy makeup. And that's another thing I forgot to mention. Oh my gosh. So once you get the face the way that you want it, with the hair, the facial features, and the makeup, you can save it as a face preset so you don't have to do this all over again next time if you want to use the same character. And you don't even have to upload it to Canvas in order to save it. You save it right in the game. So all you do is press save. And then next time that option will be right here. If you decide you don't want that there anymore, you can also delete whichever preset you have created yourself. The ones that are in the game you cannot delete, or the ones that come with the game, I should say. So this is the one that I created that I think looks like me, kind of in real life. I do have naturally straight blonde hair. I think it looks pretty accurate. So we'll go with this for now so we don't have to look at that crazy makeup that I did on that poor other girl. All right, moving on to outfits. So you can also create outfit presets with this, and I did do this earlier. I created an outfit preset because this is literally what I wear. Oh wait, my boobs are not that big. Oopsie. So the outfit presets don't save the body proportions. Those are separate. Yeah, that's more like it. So I created this outfit preset for myself, and I saved it, and there it is. They do have outfits put together already for you if you want to choose one of these, but then you can also go in and choose the different outfit items separately. They also have partnered with a clothing brand, it looks like, Chloe and Marvelous Designer. These are more, fashion forward outfits, I guess you would say. Oh, this is cute. There's some really cool stuff in here. Ooh, wow. Dang. Yeah, that's for the more fashion forward Zois. But if you just want some regular outfits, you can come in here. So each category is broken down into subcategories. Looks like the shirts are mostly like button-down type shirts that you would wear in a more formal setting, kind of, as opposed to like t-shirts, which is where you will find like your crop tops and stuff like that, or your big baggy t-shirts. There's also sweatshirts and hoodies, cute, tank tops and vests. And as per usual, you can edit the color of these and add textures. So lots of customization going on here as well. You can upload your own textures here, or you can use AI to generate a texture. So let's just try this AI thing. Let's say we want to do camo print. What does that do? Okay, I typed in camo and it did take a couple of minutes, but it came up with this. So let's press save. And then I can apply it. Oh, what? Okay, what if we scale it up? No. Okay, well that didn't work out too well. But I think that if I were to upload a picture where it was just a square of all camo, if I scaled it up, it probably would cover the shirt correctly. But it seems like this feature might still be a work in progress, let's say. Or we can just go ahead and change the color like normal. And you can also filter for only shirts that have the color options. Oh, and this one even has some different color presets. That's cute. This necklace is clipping with my neck, I just noticed. So some of the clothing options, it seems like, don't work well with bigger body types yet. Hopefully that's something that they fix, because I noticed that on some of the skirts too. Well, actually this one's okay. Oh, there we go. That's what it was. So you can tell it's clipping with the higher body weight. Hopefully that's something that they will work on and fix. In fact, I know that they have said on their socials that that is something that they are aware of and working on in the future, of giving us bigger range of body types and making sure that it works with everything in the game. So yeah, I mean, I can go through all these, but really you get the idea. Like, there's customization for pretty much everything. Everything has multiple colors where you can pick the color, you can pick the patterns that you want on there, socks, shoes, even underwear. Although it doesn't look like there's any underwear right now. Oh wait. Okay, see, that was the problem. I had only color options selected, so when I went to underwear, nothing showed up. And I had to go back to another category to take that check mark off. So now we can see the different options for underwear and sports bras. And here at the bottom, we have custom outfits. Now this is something that has been causing a lot of confusion, I've noticed on other creators' videos. It did confuse me at first too, but I did figure it out. So for a custom outfit, you click on this menu down here, and then you can choose to customize a shirt, pants, or a skirt. And basically, you click on one of these dots, and it allows you to customize this, like for instance, the sleeves, whether you want short, long, poofy shoulders. Then you can customize the length of the shirt and the neckline of the shirt. So you can literally create your own clothes in this game. Like, what the heck? I've never been the type of person who knew how to create custom content for The Sims. I always thought that would be such a cool thing to know how to do. And now inZoi is letting us literally do it within the game. I mean, sure, there's only so many things that you can change, but that is way better than nothing, right? So you could create a top like this, and once you have it the way you want, you click this little check mark, and it doesn't automatically apply to your ZOI. And I think that's why people were getting confused. It goes over here into the custom outfits menu. So you can put it on, you can change the color, and even these have different accent colors. Although I take it back, this shirt in particular doesn't have accent colors. It allows you to choose them, but it doesn't look like there's any on there. But for instance, I know like the t-shirt, if you just choose like one with short sleeves, just make like a regular t-shirt. Be careful you don't hit complete. I keep wanting to hit complete over here, but that will complete your entire ZOI, so don't do that. Click this little check mark. And then this one should be able to change. No? Okay. This feature's not working too well. I think that something here is glitching. I thought that the sub color was like the edges of the sleeves and the collar and stuff. It doesn't appear to be working. So never mind on that. That's something they'll probably incorporate in the future. But yeah, that's how the custom outfits work. You can also do this with the pants. You can make them into shorts, although the shorts are not the most attractive, but as I mentioned before, we love options. Moving on to accessories. We have hats, eyewear, necklaces, earrings, hair accessories, and nails. Nails are my favorite. And the hats will adjust to the hair that you're wearing. So just as an example, let's go put on a fluffy hairstyle like this. You can see how it pushes the hair down. And if I take the hat off, which by the way, over here you can see everything that your ZOI is currently wearing. And if you want to remove something, you can do so with just a click of the button. Boop. And take that off. And now I can undo that to bring it back, and you can see how it changes the hair. Wonder how this will work with ponytails. Oh, it puts them down. Look. So without the hat, they're up. With the hat, they're down, just like you would expect if you were wearing a hat. Oh my gosh, so good. What happens if I press this little eye? Oh, I can... I didn't even have to do the undo thing. I can just make it invisible to see the difference. Okay, that is so cool. Anyways, back to the different hats. Look at this, we have a little beret type thing. Sun hat, beanie, very, very good. We also have lots of different styles of glasses and sunglasses. They don't seem to be clipping too much except with the hair, but I mean, that's kind of unavoidable. And then we have some necklace options. There's not too many, but it gives you a range of styles. We have chains, fancy, here, let's make her shirt invisible for a second. We have fancy necklaces, chokers, chains, a little range of different items. Hopefully there will be more options in the future. And same goes with the earrings. We got, you know, standard hoops, studs, you know, just the essentials. We even have some like upper ear piercings as well. And hair accessories, which can actually layer on top of the hats, funny enough. And this is because, look at that, you can wear a beanie and headphones. How cool does that look? Got some cat ears, a tiara, and my favorite part, the nails. They give you different color options with the shorter nails and then longer nails as well. You can't adjust the nails like to be shorter or longer like you can with the hair. You do have the color options and even the texture options with the nails. Yeah, and then they give you different patterns to choose from for the presets. They look so good. They look so freaking good. Gotta get those classic French tips. But yeah, I'm gonna go back to kind of look at my girl right now. That is a whole look. But yeah, this was the preset I made for myself. This is what I would look like out and about on any given day. I got my purple tennis shoes, my all black outfit, and my aviators. So if you see this girl out and around town, say hi. Just kidding. Oh my gosh, I feel like I've been filming forever. I actually have been filming for over an hour, but there's just so much to look at. Lastly, we're finally done with the actual character creation. Lastly, we can look at this top section. We have filters, which is where it gets interesting because you can actually make your character look like a cartoon if you prefer that type of look. And this to me looks kind of similar to Paralives, not exactly, but it's giving that same type of a vibe with the kind of cartoony outlines going on. You can also choose black and white, sunset, pixelize, fisheye. Why? I don't know. Drawing, posterize, and thriller. This one is so moody. Like, could you imagine if you were trying to make some sort of like moody drama or maybe even like a scary type of a vibe, like a zombie setting, you could use this filter? Because most of these filters do apply while you're actually playing the game as well. I don't know about the fisheye one, probably not fisheye, but like the cartoon filter and black and white and thriller, I know for sure are available while you're playing. We also have photo mode, which, you know, is to be expected. You can choose from all the different expressions that we looked through earlier and also a bunch of different poses, including like active poses where they're moving around doing stuff. And like my favorite part is all the different TikTok dances. I cannot dance to save my life, so it's kind of nice to live vicariously through my Zoi. I wish I could dance like this. Look at me go. So funny. I could literally like watch all of these and be entertained, but I won't do that on this video. I mean, there's just a ton of different poses, you know, expecting a baby. You can stand with a couple if you have another Zoi in your family. You can also down here take videos, but this feature is currently under development. You can't do it yet, but you will be able to take videos. I feel like this game is going to be a dream for those people who like to make machinimas. I used to watch those Sims machinimas when I was little, when I played The Sims 2. Oh my gosh, I was obsessed with those. I actually tried to make one myself once. But yeah, that's the photo mode. And then there is a facial capture feature. And this is where you have to have an iPhone. I don't have an iPhone. It's only for iOS, unfortunately. It says here iOS only, but you can set this up on your iPhone and then it'll make your Zoi move their face the way you're moving your face. It doesn't capture your face and put your facial features on the Zoi. It just captures the motion of your face and it makes them talk and, you know, I don't know, move their face like you are, which is just so fun. I wish I could do it, but I'm an Android girly. My bad, I guess. And lastly, we have Canvas, which is basically the same thing as the gallery. So once you're done with your Zoi, you can take a photo of them to put on the gallery. This is probably where like the facial capture would come in handy the most, because if you want your Zoi to be making like a funny face when you take a picture, you can make them do that. There's also a bunch of camera options in here, the field of vision, depth of field. There's nothing in the background, so it's not working too well. If you had a background, you could remove it. Like you can add the filters from here as well. It's just, yeah, I feel like I'm speechless. I've been speechless a lot kind of throughout this demo, but it's just a lot. So I'm just gonna take this picture. It does also save the photo to your computer as well, and it'll give you that file path whenever you take the image. And from here, you can add more pictures. You can choose what you want the thumbnail to be, and you can choose whether or not you want to actually upload your presets as well, like this face preset and the outfit preset. If you don't want someone else to be able to, I guess, have your preset in their game, you can uncheck those and then they won't get them as a preset. As I'm thinking about it, I'm like, if they downloaded the Zoi though, wouldn't they just be able to create a preset from it anyway? I don't know. I'm not sure how that works exactly. But then you just enter all this different stuff and upload it to Canvas. I'm not going to do that right now, but that is basically the gist of how that works. And you can also browse Canvas to find other Zois to download into your game. Some people are really talented. I was having fun looking at the top ones. Like, look, someone made Billie Eilish and Shrek. Look at someone made Shrek. That's awesome. Shrek in short shorts. Love that. And I think this kind of works as like almost like a social media. You can follow people. Well, I guess it's similar to like the gallery. You can see what's popular and follow your favorites. So yeah, this has been a long video. I can see myself spending so much time in the character creator in the future. Once this game comes out, it's going to be nuts. I actually do really want to try to create the Witcher, Geralt. So I might do that after I end this video. But what do you guys think about inZoi? Are you excited? Are you skeptical? Are you still gonna play The Sims after this comes out? I'm not sure if I will or not. This is definitely a more mature type game, whereas The Sims kind of has that goofy slapstick kind of appeal to it. Unfortunately, The Sims 4 doesn't do it as well as past Sims games have. I feel like The Sims 2 was the epitome of that goofy vibe. They had so many jokes in the game and there was enough adult humor in it to kind of like make it feel like it was doing something. I don't know. The Sims 4 is just so sanitized that they can't really hit that mark, in my opinion. But all that to say, inZoi is definitely a more mature game. The personalities are way more fleshed out. It's more realistic. I don't think we're going to get that goofy vibe from this game, or if we do, it's going to have to be very forced. So maybe it will apply to a different demographic. We'll have to see how this goes once it releases into early access. I, for one, cannot wait. Anyway, if you found this video helpful, please hit the like button and consider subscribing if you're interested in more videos like this one. I'll see you guys in a new video soon. Bye!